Okay, we're recording here. This is Fari Hamzi. We're about 4:26 p.m. on Wednesday, 14th of May, 2025. Um, very quickly, a couple of housekeeping items. Uh, we have on a performance side of the uh, uh, ES room here where we are. Is having some issues here recently. Well, that happens. You can't just keep going up. And also, we've had a lot of uncertainty, a lot of huge moves back and forth. So at least he's holding. He's not giving back. So, but uh, as far as how we're sharing it with you, going to the blog, we've started doing this because we went over the limit of how many pictures we could post. Blog would not carry it anymore. So we get the update there. Now, I may be a little bit behind here a couple of days. So, yeah, I have to update, yes. And then we're also showing to you, um, hold on, what's going on here? Hold on. Mhm. We're also showing to you the weekly results. I think this is crucial to look at how positive he has been. This is crucial in trading. How are your weekly results? You cannot pinpoint your daily. Anybody who tells you, oh, you can't lose a day, if you lose, you're a bad guy, all that crap, it's all BS. You can't. You cannot. Everybody's got bad days. The key is, where are you? Are you closing positive for the week or not? And occasionally you're going to miss. Okay. A friend of mine I knew in Chicago went 38 weeks without losing, and then he started losing. Nothing is forever, not even diamonds. Trying to explain that to a tall blonde. Yeah, not even diamonds are forever. But we're also showing that it's done calculated internally. Um, and I think it's somewhere over here. Remember, we don't. No. I'm sorry. It's here. Actually, it's derived from same data. No. Oh shit. I didn't want to do that. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Not trying to go there. Trying to go this way. Okay, there you go. So this is again the routine that what's her name? Nancy has written. She's not going to be here today. That keeps track of things. So we have to add 2 more weeks now, and we'll post. Okay. Why? Because we had to save this out. We had to keep this out. Otherwise, that Embasol was stealing it from us. The key is the formulas here, and the problem is that he doesn't know there are errors there. So after I found the correct error, I locked it down so nobody else could steal it from us. Shame on them. Why can't they put that energy into doing something positive themselves? Anyhow, um, that's that. More importantly than this is our work we have done on with Ninja. Ninja, you can see the logo there. You'd see also we've added the Pro and Expert. We're right now, and this is how you get in, by the way. You log into members. After you subscribe, you log in, it lands. You go to the NT Expert. Here's the area. That's it. That's your link. And this is going to be version 1.4 pretty soon. We passed 1.3. 1.3 was internal. Will be 1.4 either tonight or tomorrow. We've done a couple of updates. And we've also added uh, uh, an indicator that was missing. Not missing, but was not added. It was this the short-term volatility ST vol. This is not was not included in your pack because we had an issue with it. So again, I'm patent. We'll send things out when it's correct. If it's not working, I'm sorry. We're gonna take our time to fix it. We'll be fast. We'll be speedy, but we're not gonna send you something garbage. My name is on the door for 26 years. I have to protect it. So that's what will be added. The big news is we had a very unusual situation with the DMZ diff, the DMZ differential, which is a superset of double CI uh, through a special filter. But the color gradient version of it was getting into, and here you can see color gradient. This is what I mean. Was getting into trouble. That has kept us back about a week now. We've been struggling. why it is wrong. Not same code as on TradeStation, but it would only work for about 2 to 3 hours, and they would unravel. We don't know why, and we've rewritten it twice now from scratch. Looks like what we wrote last night is the working one. It's been running since 7 o'clock last night, so that's 22 hours. Yeah, because the market is going to, yeah, about 22 hours. Yeah, yes, in half an hour would be 22 hours without a glitch on 2 different machines. That was another thing. Make sure they're running different machines. So we're happy about that. And so that's an update there too, because we think the software, the version you have on the DMZ diff is an issue. So we're going to overwrite that. We're going to do ST wall. And then what we're going to introduce shortly is our risk manager, which is adds the risk manager, and hopefully I'll get it on this machine so I can demo it next time we're together. That would add where the Superdome left off. Okay, we call it Matrix and TradeStation, Superdome and Ninja. They all have shortcomings, especially for a professional trader. I manage my accounts differently than most people, as you should too. Okay, you got to trade the way you are comfortable, and how you manage risk. And what we have there is inherent shortcoming, uh, and but of course, custom programming is expensive. So what we're trying to do, it was just an idea that came out to one of us that we can kind of uh, 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 what's the word? We can uh, kind of um, you can jump on that, try to run your min max and your risk uh, intraday. And we've also started a worksheet on Excel, not Excel, on a Google Sheet that's collaborative. Only you, only me, and the account holder. Okay, for those who care, to show them to realize what their min max should be, individual min max. Yeah, yeah, based on your most recent. It's basically a Sigma channel of your PNL. That's why it has to be private. It's not shared with others. It's only two on this account. It's me and you. That's it. Okay? And at some point I don't need to be on it either. But the point is, you learn by putting the data in as you come in the morning what your min max is for that day. As long as you stay within this min max, that account only grows. Why? Ratio. There's a ratio. There's a sigma levels there. Same vibration that you see in the prices of the stock. There's a vibration also in your return. This this puts it in a spectrum that you can, um, in another spectrum, in a perspective where you can uh, be be uh, be cognizant of the pressures on you and know where to stop, including when you're winning. Why? Haven't you had those days where everything looked good and you just decided to add to your bet size and you got wiped out? So that's the problem there. Okay, so those are things that are coming to you. Sure, should be good. Should be excited about that. We are. Well, let's get it. Let us get it to you. What else? There's nothing else for me to report. Let's see. These are all good. Yeah. Okay. Well, also, Ninja has a new ecosystem. We joined it yesterday. Uh, the tools there are amazing, especially AI related. So I just need to spend more time on it. Yeah, yeah. Because there may be some areas where it can improve even further, or some of our indicators with the machine learning, the ML. There's a whole series of DLLs for ML there that's worth viewing. I don't know enough C plus programming, C sharp, but I have friends and family and other programs I can bring into help. So great stuff here. I'm very excited about what we can do with Ninja in next 6 months to a year, given the tools we see. So, hey, Gary, how are you? Welcome. All right, let's go to market timing, our mainstay. Oh, let's just go to indicate calendar first. Yeah, we're gonna stay with our how we usually do. Okay, yeah. So, okay, so we went over our uh, uh, the housekeeping when issues are coming up. You should know. Oh, as always, also we post everything here, so you know this is a pre paywall. Now I'm logged in. Let me log out. You see, you still see that. So as long as you click on members, you see anything that's coming up. Obviously, we're promoting people looking at NinjaTrader. Uh, anyhow, and then and this one you need to register once. We don't have any other webinars right now. Econ calendar. All right, today, Wednesday, we went through these. Next 2 days, now you're going to ask yourself, why today we didn't go anywhere fast? Well, two things. First of all, where we're on the chart and what's on econ calendar ahead of us, forwards, okay? Always you got to think forward. Think like an option trader. You got to look at the forward vol, not the historical vol. Historical vol will give you a little benchmark, but it doesn't solve your problem. The problem will be solved when you can guesstimate what the forward wall is going to be. Wall being volatility, not volume. All right. Jobless claim, I don't think that's going to be an issue. We still don't have a big number yet because I think it's a little bit too early. But the key item we want to look at tomorrow is PPI. Does it show any issues yet? Remember, on Tuesday, on Tuesday, we had no indication of the problem with the tariffs. Nothing leaked out. As a matter of fact, we edged down a tad on the inflation. I think what you're going to see more important than the impact of tariffs is shelves being empty, and that's another month or so. Yeah, but where it's going to start is here. It's the prices paid by the importers, those who go to the secure warehouses with what do you call it, at the ports to release the bonded warehouse to release the imported material. That's what you have to pay. The countries don't pay us. That's all bullshit and horseshit. Whoever's saying that, I don't care how high up they are, their IQ is missing a digit or two. It's the customer pays. How? Through the importer. So they go to a bonded warehouse to release it. They got to pay the tariff. Well, they're going to jack up. Their cost is going to go up, and they're going to jack up. So this is the first clue. I'll put a 50-50 bet that it won't be tomorrow either. It's probably next month. And remember, we still have. He may have brought down the fees he's talking about, but still high. Yeah, still even with China, it's 30% on the low end. So these numbers will pop. I don't think it will be tomorrow. I'll be surprised, but that's why also market doesn't know. So it hasn't gone anywhere. So we will watch for that. Most likely next week. Retail sales, that's another problem we need to deal with in terms of you could see how drop down that is. Okay. Does it say recession? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. That some people are cutting back. You're already seeing restaurants being empty. That's the first area. Just, area the restaurants that you knew drive by same time. That you see less cars. It just that's a problem. So because this discretionary spending drops. We also have City Fed and Empire State Manufacturing. So the northeast corner of the country, their manufacturing is crucial. Big numbers tomorrow from all angles. Then Jerome Powell is speaking at 8:40, 10 minutes after that. So if you're trading with us, make sure you're in early at 8:30. Uh, industrial production, another key. Reds report 9:15. Let's see. As you can see here, this shows a little bit possibly higher with a wide range. Yeah. Drop here on the manufacturing output. Yeah. Capacity is in the same amount. Yeah. Okay. So that's a mixed picture there. So we have to look at that. And business inventories. I don't care about this housing market index. Big one is Friday. Housing starts and permits. That's crucial. Okay, take a look at that. You already looked at your mortgage. You could see eased off quite a bit. They thought the rates are down. No, 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 no. Remember, it's all about bonds. And consumer sentiment. This is out of U of Michigan, and we'll see. We'll see how this number comes. We'll see. This is the key part. This part. Second line. This number keeps rising. This is keep rising. I thought the price was going to come down day one. It hasn't. Another horse shit. Yeah. So, oh well. Welcome to America. Yeah. Politicians say anything they want. Okay. Let's go to the charts. Oh, what do we have the following week? Hold on. That doesn't show on that chart, but we have the monthly reports from Econoday that goes through that. This is 14. Okay. Leading indicators on the 19th. Nothing on the 20th. Atlanta Fed on Wednesday 21st. Existing home sales. So next Thursday, 22nd, key numbers: Kansas City Fed, existing home sales. The usual, the EIA is every week. That's the usual. I don't trade crude. I should, but that's next on the agenda. The algorithm is working, but I've got to spend a little bit of time on the data. But that, and then 23rd, new home sales. So yes, we're gonna have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week to be crucial. Now, this week also keep in mind this Friday is option expiration. It's the third Friday of the month. Okay, and we're gonna meet on 28th, 2 weeks from today. So Memorial Day we're off on 26th, which is a Monday, and then comes durable goods, and then FOMC meetings on the minutes on 28th, not meetings but minutes. Consumer confidence. Case Shiller. So Tuesday and Wednesday, 27th, 28th of May, right after Memorial Day is going to be key also. We meet on 28th. This way, I always cover 2 weeks forward, right? Because Econoday stuff is weekly only. Okay, let's go to charts. Question: shows that to stay short SPX. No, hold on. That's not what it says. It says no. It says that's our position. Now you're misreading it. That's okay, Douglas. You're new with this process. That's our position with Timer Digest, but we got stopped out. Remember, we had a strategic stop at 57.50. Okay, let's go over that. Yeah, don't read into it. Let me explain it to you. Yeah, don't make assumptions. Ask. You're doing the right thing. Ask. Right. So here's where I stopped. 57.50. There was a reason that number was chosen. That's what the chart is. We got stopped out. Now, it's run against us, but you are in a trade. You're not in a trade. Should I be changing it? No. I'm gonna put another short on. Yeah. Yes. It says, does it remain short until some other indicator triggers? No, it's another entry we may have. We could have 2-3 shorts on a bias, as it happened here too. As it happened, we were short here. And a couple of times we missed. We stopped. By the way, we warned you. We don't want to put options on when the vols go this high. If you go this, there's a reason, and you can see why. When the vols does this, you're always going to be a loser. Why? You may get the direction right, but not the vol. They juice it up. Mark Caffrey, very active guy on the floor. Ask him. These guys, that's how they make their money, by juicing you on the vols. So when the vols go up, we pull back from giving option trades, whether you're on pro or not, doesn't matter, because we're trying to save your money, your capital, not save you fees for the service, no, but your capital. So we may sit in a trade with Timer Digest. Hold on, let me come back here. While this does the topping, we're in that area. You see the diverse. You see the bearish divergence. I mean, this is my current oscillator. This has to do with advanced decline. We've gone new high, getting tired. we basically recovered most of this problem that was man-made. That goes back to around 6,000 area back in third week of February. But look at what's happening at McLaren later. Same thing with Nasdaq. So I'm getting ready to put another trade on the short side. Yes, yeah. It all you need is one of them to click and hold. Actually, here we were good for one day, but then bids came in. Why? Well, because I think we were not exhausted. We're closer now. So another possible short. Also, there's no discussion of any bad news yet. Everything is hunky dory, all news driven, and is being managed. Have you noticed when how these leaks come out? It's being managed. Some point, but you can't manage when shelves are empty. Okay, that day will come. So no. Now, if we do change our bias retirement digest, you would know. We'll send you an email. I have not changed it. Yeah. So the chart is correct. I'm sorry. Hold on. The chart is correct. Okay. I'm sorry. Chart needs to be updated a little bit. That's not the point. No, the bias is correct because we have not gone flat with Diamond Digest. But this trade is taken out. I will send you email to that effect. Actually, early Monday morning, email went out saying 392, you're gonna get stopped out and exit your position. So we gotta wait for another entry. Do we want to chase it and be a FOMO? I'm not good at that because you can get in and today that day could be your last day, and then you're in trouble again. So now you got a short problem here and a long problem there. No, let the dust settle. Okay. Remember, when you look at this, keep in mind, you look at this. How many trades? 188. What's here for November 14th? Over a long period of time, I'm the king, or whatever you want, the Führer, whatever do you want to call me, whatever. On the markets, I've called it like nobody has. Uh, and but how you do that? By being patient for the market come to you. Here's my point. Look at how it bit the other guys. And there's 120 of these people. This is just the top 10. If you call Time and Digest, I'll tell you, there's about 120, 125 people as market timers. How do you get here? By judiciously striking, not just haphazard, not being a FOMO, fear of missing out, and chasing. Chasing, nobody makes money chasing. Try to do that with your. Here's another example. That was the part of the issues when they were printing these. If you are chasing from trade to trade with market timing, you're in trouble. Remember, we're not allowed to chase back and forth. Our average is about, and that's what you expect from us. Our average is about 12.6. How do we come up with that? It's all done by Excel that draws this. All we do is put SPX in there and date. It computes the rest. So number of days, number of trades we've had, all that. So over a long period of time, we're very, very successful. Here's what I challenge you. I'm not trying to be defensive, but I'm trying to support my thesis saying, go to Morningstar, see anybody has done what I've done to beat S&P by 51% as a money manager at Morningstar. If you find somebody, let me know. So right now, it's not a time to chase it. Why? We're high up. We're very high up. Here's another way of looking at it. Remember, you can't just go with one number. You got to look at internals. I've always said what? The internals are leading indicators. They'll tell you what's happening with the index. Yes, index pays. The price pays. I understand. The price pays. But price doesn't tell you what's the next price. Indicator does. Look where we are. We're at 88 up here. This range is about 0 to 100. We're maxed out. This is my oldest indicator. It was written in 1995. I was being mentored by the future timer of the year, Stan Harley, and he was doing this by hand. I did try to digitize it. Of course, we had some problems. And of course, TradeStation wasn't this as good as this. TradeStation had issues. It's kind of tricky. But over the years, not just we've solved that problem, uh, but we also add the color to it, which was crucial. You could see. You see the red now? It's not a time to get long. The time to get long was if you cheated and got long on Friday for some reason. But there was no data to get long on Friday. Nobody knew. Unless inside trading. We can't have inside trading. So remember, Monday morning, they're all good quarterbacks. They're all 20. The vision is what, 2020. So what we have is no, it wasn't a fluke. No, it was error. It's not a fluke. It was an error. The way it's not a fluke. It's what the signal we had at the time. Remember, you're looking at it like this. Again, you're becoming a good Monday morning quarterback. Is there a stop point? You should indicate. Yes, when we do a new bias, we give you a trade, there's a stop on it. Yes, yes. If we get all of it here. Okay, look at this. Yeah, hold on one second. Let me go there. Yeah. On the trades, there is, yes. Yes, sir. Yes. We have to. Here's our stop. Let's see what we've done. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. No, remember, we give you a bias. That's not a trade. If you trade on a bias, you're trading, not Fari Emzi. Here should be the objective. You should be my wingman. Or you trade on your own. You make a choice. And there's nothing wrong. Either of them are good. Because I have people who have done that. Remember, a lot of these people are doing long-term investing. Okay, that's what this is for. If you go to our package, it's not short-term. Hold on, take a look at this. This package is specifically for retail investors and professional money managers. This is not for day traders. And people try to use the signal to day trade. No, 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 no. Day trading is in the chat room because it's happening so fast. This is long-term 201k or 401k, whatever that is the case. Yeah. And long-term, we'll beat the S&Ps very nicely. So when we give you a bias, we're not giving you a trade. We're giving you, that's just a market timer. To Timer Digest, we copy you. You always see their copy. And by the way, they're also part of a PFT. We give them a comp account so they could see what we send you. So if they have an issue, they bring it up. That's fine. Well, okay, that's fine. You could, yes, but you should do you. That's better. Since I was trying to use it for swing trades. You could do that, but should be for SPX or SPY options, and it could be longer than 2 weeks, by the way. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, yeah. We give ourselves a little bit longer. Sometimes we close it sooner, sometimes later. This one we got stopped out. Why? News driven. That was not market data. That was not a fluke. That was not an indicator. This was news, crazy news. Yeah. If you have a problem with that, you can write to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Let him know if you voted for him or not, but just tell him he's neurotic. And that's what happens when you have people who just every 5 minutes they change their mind. Now, why we were down here short? This follows that thesis. If you look at it, can't get a 200-day, already overbought. The indicator race, it was done. It was not a fluke. Okay. So I only missed it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're giving you a bias. And we'll give you our thesis. What are we doing? We have this webinar so we can discuss it. You are not asking anything wrong. All questions are good. No question is stupid. And I learned from this, from both expectations and what the questions you're asking. But you've got to realize too, these are 4 sigma events. When was the last time we went up 170 handles on S&Ps? You remember one? I don't. It's been a long time ago. So the news was fluke, not the chart. Chart was correct, but obviously He pulled this one. Now, and remember, these are all frameworks. There's no news yet. These are not valid news. We don't know what news is. We haven't heard anything from the Chinese. So this is all now. Whether White House has a hedge fund and they're manipulating people, I don't know. It's very possible. Look what they did with the coins, the Trump coins. There's a lot of market manipulation. So when you come into these markets, you better realize something, Douglas. I mean that. Not just I said this the other day to my brother. On one hand, you have the mouse to click and place your order in. Your other hand, you have a 6-shooter revolver. You're playing Russian roulette. They're ready for both. Okay. Okay, that's fine too. That's fine. Now, sometimes I should tell you this too. We sometimes jump in same day. Okay, why? Internals. Yeah. I mean, listen, I've done this. This is 200 trades, right? This is actually I mean, I've traded since silver crash. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm just saying I've had some experience, good or bad and ugly. Okay, but 188 trades over since November 14th. Why this date? This is the day we dramatically changed our indicators, specifically for PMT. So that's we tried to measuring apples and apples. We started then. We had we were not doing this before. It's not that we moved it back and forth to find the right place in the chart. No, no, no. We weren't even doing that. But once we did those series of changes on indicators, we said, you know what? Let's put our money where our mouth is. We gotta have tracking. And the problem was that the, about a year before that, Time and Digest made a mistake, missed one of my signals. They missed it. I'm long, and they come to me and they say, I'm sorry, I'm long, I cover and go long again. They write back to me and said on the third email, long first, flat, third email, long. You can't go long, you're already long. I said, no, 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 no. What are you talking about? And the old man, they're both Jim Schmidt. He goes, no, 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 Farry, you're long. I said, please, you can you can cuss me any way you want, but don't tell me what my position is. Okay, I know. I found the email, sent it to him. The email he had missed had gone to his spam folder. All of a sudden, they had a hiccup. A few emails went to his spam folder. Even though they're friendly, we've worked with him since 2003. This is 2011. No, 2012, I believe. So right before this. Yeah, 2012. Could have been 2013. It's one of those two. It was before this. It was a year before this. 2013. It was in the spring. Yeah, I think it was in the spring. I'm thinking it's 2013 because 2012, my dad was passing away. I was in LA, Los Angeles, on 2012 spring of that. So I wasn't much trading. I was going crazy. I was very close with him, and that was too much for me. Anyhow, 2013. So we found that I told myself, hey, you need to keep track of it. And the way we keep track of it is a worksheet here. Hold on. Here. There we go. It, that's actual picture. And you could see we put our data in, goes back. And I told myself, the moment we make those changes, we got to go back and start keeping track of all of our positions, one at a time. And have a chart and disperse it also to them. Also, so they're getting recipient of this. And since then, we've had no issue. Now imagine if you had made a mistake here. This is what do you call it? COVID. Yeah. Okay. So it would have been very, very devastating. But the problem was that we didn't find out he didn't have that until about like 3 months later. Now back then I was not changing my position that often, and he had not asked me to write a commentary, which back then was twice a week. You know why? Because he hadn't closed my position. So he had misstated my ranking. He ended up writing a mea culpa to all members, not the timers, but also the members of the magazine, the Timer magazine, and saying that guys, I found this email. Farry was right. I'm wrong, but we have to reinstate these. And then I was back on the top 10, I had to start commentary. I was surprised myself why he's not asking me. Because there were times he used to call me like, Barry, it's 2 o'clock. By 3 o'clock on Saturday, I need your commentary. Why? Because you're top 10. I said, okay, I know I'm top 10. But nothing has changed. He goes, okay. So I can use what I use for Wednesday? I said, yeah. Wednesday and Fridays. Anyhow, that taught us a lesson for us to have tools to measure it. And but sometimes we've been a case where we put a trade on. I'm sorry, we put a bias up, okay, and market starts moving. We have to get in that day. So so uh, you're partially correct. Okay, I'd say more than partially. You're like 80%, 75% correct, but it's not 100%. Never say never. This is the market. Yeah. You know, part of this is indicators. Part of this is political economy. Part of this is uh, news. Some of it is geopolitics. Uh, some of it is some data I get from a particular hedge fund, but it's not mechanical. Absolutely not mechanical. Can't be. There's no way I could have had that record. It was mechanical. No mechanical system could match a good trader. And I'm not a good trader. But let's say somebody like Gil Caffrey over at Tiger or later on Front Point. These guys didn't get there by running a mechanical system. They have models that are running. Okay, actually, Gil and I have discussed this in depth. These guys were running models in the 90s with a very primitive operating system, memory, CPU, and all that. But they were spending millions on their modeling. So they would get the modeling system, but they pulled the trigger always. The last person, I mean, the last fuse, if you will, the last item that's checking the procedure is a person. It's not a machine. Yeah, it's not like Orb. Orb runs live in the day. You know, actually, was it today? No, yesterday. Did a very good day. Had a bad day on Monday. Monday was crazy. Monday was absolutely crazy. Gapped up so much because of the gap up, the intraday, and that's something about Orb I need to comment on. Those of you who are in my AQ room, because a lot of people will watch these later on. We had a here's the NQ. Okay, we had a hold on. This is today. This is yes. Okay, we had a huge gap up here. Where that news came. What time was this? That's that's about when London was opening. That news came. Okay, and first of all, some people got wiped out. You know that. Some people had to file bankruptcy on Monday. This is what this kind of yapping does. This commentary that's very loose. There's no background for it. There's no proof if any of this is real or not. We'll find out. We'll see. We'll see. Right? They said 90 deals in 90 days. They haven't had one yet. Even the one with the UK, it's like concept of a plan. Okay, that's not a deal. There's no signatures, so we'll see. But these shortage could happen when we're dealing with um, environment where it's a machine gun Kelly. You know, they just pull on the trigger, and so we so we came in. Oh, I was talking about orb. Okay, we're coming with the orb, and this is 8:30. Right here's the cash opening right about here. Right, you can see from the volume. We have had huge run up. What happens after that? Mishmash. And both trades were bad, both long and short, one on each side on the orb. But yesterday was very nice. Why? No craziness. We pre-open. It opens here, and very nice run. It made like 7, 8 grand yesterday. Paid back for what the mistake on Monday was, and then some. Why? Because it stops in there. Yeah. Orb is designed very nicely, but it needs high vol. And as long as the volatility is high, it does very well. Originally, this was designed for Bitcoin. Just I don't like to trade Bitcoin because it doesn't have management, it doesn't have products, it doesn't have balance sheet. So it's a hot air. I don't want to trade on hot air. That's not my cup of tea. I want going concern from accounting standpoint. So that's why I trade the top 100 of Nasdaq. To me, that's the best. Actually, in that, like 7 or 8 of them control it, maybe 10 control it. Those are the 10 best companies US has. Why? Here. There we go. Here's what I look at. This is a NASDAQ 100. I search it by market cap. This is it. These are the names I want to be involved with. The best of the best. The best management, the best balance sheet, the best markets and products. Now, do I fine tune it? Yes. I look at beta. I look at beta. So deep inside, I'm a quant guy. I look at that when I say, okay, these are the names I want to do. All right. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's go through our charts. So we're coming up here. CI is rising. Look what's happening with CI diffs. We're near the high of this whole 3 months period. And look how low the CI diff is. So I think it's getting tired. Can we be ready for another short? Probably. Okay, so let's see how things go. Now one reason on Monday I did not jump. I said, first of all, they would only give me Monday nights. Remember, they do end of the day, which is assigning you to your PNL. So I said to myself, okay, Monday, I'm host. I got this. This is mine. They threw me a turkey. I grabbed it out of the oven, hot, hot turkey in my hand. I'm burned. Okay, but how about Tuesday, which is for CPI? Remember, I keep track of Econ Calendar. I look at that probably 2-3 times a day. Econ Calendar, I have it weekly, and I also have the booklet for the whole year. I looked at it and I said, okay, how about Tuesday? Okay, Tuesday came benign. We actually downticked it a tad, just a tiny bit. But that's a CPI. Again, Econ 101. The key number for the tariffs is going to be PPI. The first location will show up will be tomorrow. So next 2 days are key. Would I be able to put another trade on? Maybe. Just watch your Douglas. Here's what I would suggest: watch your emails, and also we give you a heads up on Twitter. We don't give the trade away on Twitter, but we'll say PMT members. This is from Admiral Tico. So you should be following Admiral Tico if you're in PMT. We as a matter of fact, here, let's see. You'll see that he'll come out. He's the keeper. He's in charge. He'll come out and say, okay. Oh, that's his $30, by the way. He'll come out and say, we have, let's see, chance room. That's not May 6th. Hold on. I thought we said that. Or maybe it was a copy. Hold on. It shows up on this feed. Hold on. Let me get the replies. It says that we're on deck. Oh, just, yeah, I know. That was another one. It was one of these. We did mention that you should be ready for our signal. We'll give you a heads up here on at Fleet Admiral Tico. Also, you can find him here if you go to the website there. There you go, Fleet Admiral Tico. You click on that, it takes you there. Just make sure you follow him. Okay, and you can put this on your phone. That's the beauty of this. The reason we use again, we don't give trades out. We give you a heads up saying check your email. So you don't have to sit there check your email constantly, but you gotta be connected. Yeah. Time to get in. I'd say half an hour is fine. An hour is fine. Yeah. Don't chase it. Next day of the trade date. Okay. Don't chase it the next day. If you miss this, I'd say give yourself an hour maybe. That's it. And notice we don't do it too early, and we don't do it too late in the day. We do it in where it's somewhat settled. We can count on for the entry. Now, 2 emails go out to you. One is to give you the order. If I go here on my, and it still comes from Admiral Tico. You'd see that here's the example. The 2 emails that go out. One is the setup email. He'll give you a setup saying, go watch what those levels are. Actually, it should be 392. You said it's 392. Yeah, that's a typo. Okay. But it reminds you, don't get in yet. Wait for his next email. This is the email you want. Notice the pictures change on him. So you know the authentication. Okay. That's his Princeton t-shirt. And We look at what the spread is, what the levels are, what are the long put, in case we're short. This will be long put and short put because we're doing a put spread. And what's the spread is. Okay. So now we got stopped out, I think at 230. We lost a little bit. Why it saved us? I'm sorry. You follow Tico? Okay, bravo. You okay, okay, bravo, Zach. Okay, bravo. Now, the reason we do that, we used to do outrights. That's being mentored by Esposito. Um, First year we started working with each other seriously. I mean, he was in Chicago. We worked a little bit together, but he was involved with the exchange and the limits on what he could do. And for a lot of things, he had to get approval, exceptions, all that. Once he left the exchange, he came full time with me. And his first thing is, Barry, we got to take this thing into two products: your PMT and PMT Pro. For Pro, we want to put the spread on. The reason you put the spread on, you make less money, but also you lose less. It's a countervailing pressure. Your long, your long call, I'm saying long put and short put, and doing that. And notice the spread how that works. If you go back here, you see the strikes. If it's a put, your short put is going to be lower in price. So you're long then at the money or close to it, maybe one handle out of the money. I don't want to be in the money. We have to pay too much. I need my leverage. Okay, it's remember we we're balancing number of items. Theta, rho, which is the your rate of change of your volatility, and also gamma. I'm not too worried about delta. I'm more of a gamma guy, okay, because of futures. So I that's how I pick them. So here we were at 558. If you look at it that way from a SPY standpoint, and we're taking 558 here. So pretty much at the money on the spies. So we trade on it. We trade the SPY, so it's cheaper to handle for most people. But signals from SPX, which is less noisy. Do not use S&P here. Not the cash. Not the future. Please. I've seen people do that. Well, I did that. I assume. I said, assume what? Who said you can assume? This is the Navy sailor. It says SPX. Did it say to assume? SPX is a cash index. Why? You can't move it that easily. I can move it. Well, I can move it, yes. No. But I know people can move it, yes. I can move NQ because of liquidity. I can't move SPX. ES. It's a little bit too liquid. But nobody can move SPX. This is too big. This is way too big. This is 80% of US equities. This is the market. So that's what you look for. All right. Hope that clears up. And Doug, don't it's okay. You've been with us like a month, I think, or so. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn more and more. That uh, uh, any system you need to get a hang of it. By system being a procedure, rule-based trading operation, and it'll get to a point where you know exactly what you need to do. But I don't have any problems with your questions. You're fine. Would I want to get long here? That's probably a more good, better question. Not right now. I'm too high up. It's way too high up. I wouldn't mind getting long, but on the pullback. I mean, if you look at these, we're look see the sigma levels. We're up there. We are way up there, guys. I don't have a lot of time. I have a birthday to be at too. But hold on, we'll go through the charts quickly. But these are Bollinger Bands. This is the value index that comes in, and this is done by uh, Peter Cook. I suggest you guys make sure you read that. Well, I've asked him, and he accepted. We include now Peter Cook's morning commentary for all of our people. Whatever package you have with us, you qualify for that, for the distribution of morning. Read what he has to say. He's spot on. I mean, I've got guys who say like, to me that's my Bible. That's what I pray to. I keep on. There's one guy says I keep on hitting refresh. I said, listen, he's a human being just like the rest of us, and he's got his own obligation. He's got a dog and a wife and a house on the beach, and like, he's hard worker. But he creates these tools Not too many times, very little, but he sticks to them. On this, he takes the long side only. He doesn't take the short side. But when he goes to a short mode, he gets very concerned. But the longs he takes, right now we're the long side, but we've come a long way. Yeah. So, and who would have known to get long here? Actually, we did, but we exited out. Why? It was too good. The run up was good, and I was more worried about another shoe to fall. Another shoe will fall because it's unpredictable. It's a very stressful time. This is no different than COVID. COVID was the same thing. Every day he was on TV. Every day, one day he would tell you put a light up your rear end. The other day he would say a Lysol IV you need. That's not how to run a country. And so it gets dangerous for a portfolio. So actually we stopped giving option orders. We only gave long and short uh, SPYs. Now, obviously SPX cash only. Now, so we gave a cash signal you would trade a SPY. Now we had to change our position back and forth again. Same era, same issues. Changes my environment, and some people were getting upset. Like, oh, including time of digest. Oh, you would change your signal yesterday. I said, this is what the market is doing. What do you want me to do? Sit here so I give it to you every 10 days? It's not a quota system. You gotta go with what the market is giving you. So, and we'll try to be a little bit faster. But remember, we can't do options like that. If we go a little bit faster, I can only give you the SPY, the cash index. Yeah, you put your own index, option on it. Why? The theta, and the roll will kill you. That's the problem. So I'm not willing to take that risk. Remember, because I pulled the trigger, it goes about 200 people plus. I cannot take that risk. You got to think about that too. By the way, some of these guys are not cowboys. You and I may be. Some of these guys are not. Yes, he does. Yes. Yes, you should be getting it every morning. Yes. Yeah, every morning. Okay, I will have Nancy look into that. You should be. You should be. I will have to see. Why? I'll have Nancy look at that. Let me make a note. It's new, but it's about a month old. I'll have you. We'll run it against you. That is, we'll run what some your system you're in and see what he's sending out. But he sends out what's called subscribers. Here's an example. Now today he had jury duty, but yesterday, let's see. Let me go to Tico here. Inbound. There we go. We shared that. Hold on. There you go. This is what he sends out. This is one of the better ones. He goes subscribers alert. You should be part of that. That's all subscribers. Okay. And if you look at this, look what's happening with it. I thought we were trying to lower the trade gap. It's exploding. The tariffs are reverse of what the numbers say. This tariffs are having totally opposite of what the intended explained viewpoint is. So what's going to happen? The data is going to catch up, and for that I want to be short. So, but I can't be short blindly, so I've got to be practical. But I'll take a look to see why you are not getting it. Not a problem. It could be a coding issue. I have no idea. Yeah, so I'll take a look. I'm not going to open your account. I got to get to other people. Okay, don't worry. That was shared with everybody. Right. That was shared with everybody. That remember it said this is a must read. This is why it's all everybody. Okay, no, I'm talking about this one May 6th. No. That's May 6th. That's not May 12th. But we'll figure it out. No, the last one he sent was I think he said yeah, he didn't send out yes. He hasn't sent out anything yesterday or today. Yesterday he had jury duty. Today I think he got in late and he had a showing of his house. He'll be back on tomorrow. You are getting it. Yes, you should be. I mean, Nancy doesn't write any code, and she's been doing that stuff for me. Oh, Jesus, since 2006. Why? Because for that, we use a special email server. We had to buy our own, and it's a little bit more expensive, but allows us to manipulate who should be getting what through one command from my side on the fly. She's very clever. Nancy and Larry are the most clever people I've seen on the TI. Of course, my brother too. On the IT side, I'm saying. I'd say between the three of these, they've done HA3 what it is. Uh, Now, Peter is the trading side. That's a different issue. Let's see. Is there anything else he said? No, we're good. Okay. Let me get back here, guys. I've got time issues coming up at 1722. All right. I'm going to switch on these. This is equal weighted. Yeah. We warned you this is going to go a little bit fast. Look what it's doing today. Yeah. Usually equal weighted, usually a true story. Why? Because you can't hide there. See, the market cap, you can hide there. A lot of people are hiding here. Here's the true story. Equal weighted. Arithmetic average. Not good. So we should be pulling back. That's the reason I haven't gone long. The last thing I want to do is get long here, and then this smashes down on me. Ratio is heading down again. Yeah. Now, I also don't buy. Okay, let me say this. SPX 4000. There's a talk from JPM Quant Shop that says SPX 4000. You know what's going to happen if we hit 4000 SPX? Okay. Um, okay. So that I think parts of the country will be in deep trouble at 4,000, if not most. Yeah. So that's another. That's a what's the calculation here? We're at hold on. We're at hold on. Sorry, Doug. I got it wrong. Any other issues? You can email me. Okay, I gotta get to other issues here. Okay, we're at 50. Let's say 5,900 divided by 4,000. That's 48% drop from here. That makes it, what do you call it? In contrast, COVID was 38%. So I don't buy that 4,000. But I think some sort of a financial package will go out like TARP to help some groups. I mean, listen, look at the Port of LA. Look at the truck drivers there and so forth. Parts of economy is already slowly unwinding. So they have to print money to support them, and then at the same time they want the Fed to lower the rates. We'll see. We could be going to a perfect storm. That's why I like sticking with my futures. Why? I sleep well at night. I have to worry about 2 hours a day. I have very good tools that kills it. Okay. I won't tell you what I made yesterday. Okay, because it was not unconscionably obnoxiously high. Yeah. Because we just hit it. Hit. Why? You wait for this thing to set up and you follow the MZ and the colors are telling you. And it tells you when to get out. It's like shooting a fish in a barrel. It's not fair. But hell, I spent 25 years of my life to make sure it's not fair. I'm not interested in a fair fight. I'm in a fight that I want to win. Yeah. You got to. Remember, you live once. This is not a movie. You can't say cut. Let's take another take. This is real. Now, midst of all of this, we've had technical issues with Ninja. Okay, not Ninja's problem. No. I'm not saying that. Actually, they've been helpful, trying to us decipher what's wrong. It's just that we don't know what is wrong. Okay, the code is it's big, but our biggest code is Tiger Shark. That's doing fine. That's doing fine. We have no problem with that. This is a subset of that is having a problem, but we're trying to pass our Q&A, and it's not easy. But we'll get there. In the meantime, investors are coming in on the midst of all of this. Why? Profits bring new investors. That's how it works on Tiger Shark. So, and I had one client in Orange County. I said, look, I just can't do it. Let's do it in June. You got to give me that next 2 weeks off. I can't. You need the attention. I'm gonna do a good job. I just can't afford giving it to you. And look, I had some enzyme problems in my heart and liver and kidneys, so they changed my diet. Very, very preventive. But it's also changed my sleeping. Cut off the cigars, like alcohol, no coffee. I can cheat a little bit. No red meat, no bread, no sugar, no salt. It's very boring life. But guess what? I'm busy with code. I hide myself in my code and work with my team trying to get it done. So this is what I've gone through the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, I should say. But that's okay. And then they missed one of my key ingredients on the medicine from Mylan Pharmaceutical. So we had to get caught up on that, which is fine now. Everything is stabilized. I'm good. I feel great. I've lost some more weight, and I'm sleeping better. Last night I didn't because Admiral Tico woke me up at 3 in the morning. His Royal Highness wanted to have a walk outside. What are you gonna say? No. Okay, let's go here. As Mark Admiral Tico says, it's all about bonds. Your smartest traders are your bond guys, and they're big. Uh, Back in the 90s and around turn of the century, I was a student of Richard Roll because was one of the brain trust, one of my mentors in Anderson School of Graduate School of Management. If you're in LA, that's the school you want to be going to. It's the second derivative school in the country. And uh, the guy came up with the payoff curve for Goldman Sachs, refinancing. Okay, he understands bonds like nobody, and bond futures. His our textbook was by Frank Fabosi. Definitely, it's a Bible of those who are insomniacs who have insomnia. He'll put you to sleep. Make sure you keep it on your nightstand. Uh, but as we've been saying, as Admiral Tico has been reminding us, it's all about bonds. Look what's happening with the bonds. They're pulling up. So, why are the rates going up if inflation dropping a little bit? Because the bond guys don't buy this. The bond vigilantes are not buying this. Doug, I'll get you into the NQ room if you need to. That's not a problem. But let's figure out everything else for you later on, and we'll make a decision tomorrow. Hey, a couple of times you posted this. Look at the 5 year. I mean 7 year. I think that's 7 years. Let's see. I think it's a 7 year. Look back is how long? 7 year. It's a 7 year high. That's a 7 year high. We're about to go there. This is the high of this area of the 30 year. This is the insurance money. Yeah. Last high was in November of 23. So, or October 23. Yeah. So, I think it's not going to stop until it tests that. So the market is not going to sit here. You can't have 10 year going up there. Every real estate operation will puke if this thing gets up there in tandem with the 30 year. Okay. I was a student of him. I watch term structure all the time. I need to know what these numbers are. That this number, this number, this number, and that number. What the term looks like. Okay, and look what the CIs are telling you. We just there's a big push up on the rates, so the market cannot be up here. It won't withstand it. But for a day or two, party hardy, enjoy. At the end, you know who's going to be right. Remember, at the bottom, they all rush to Papa. Why? At the top, everybody's a genius. Everybody's a genius on top. You go home and you tell honey, look how much money we made in the video. Okay, how about what were you 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, everybody was running to Papa because they were in pain again. So you just gotta, for me, I don't let that get to my head. I look at my algorithm, I look at my logic, I ask questions. I do have some self doubt, of course I do. I'm a trader, but I don't bet the farm. I make a little bit of money, I save. save it. If I lose a lot of money, I get out. That's how you build incrementally. That's overnight. Forget that. Let's go to VIX. Big reversal there. We told you that's going to happen. Why? Look at the charts Tico was posting. It's a sigma level. We're at 4 sigma and reversed. Look at the what do you call it? The what do you call it? The chart candlestick. Yeah, red, solid red. So that's a reversal to the downside off of 4 sigma. So for now it's gone. Now we're really getting on the other side. Look historically, we get around 1 sigma, it's gonna pop. I'm saying negative 1 sigma. We are negative 2 right now. We're very close to the top. This time too short. Yes, yes. Oh, risk management. Risk management is everything. Yes, yes, yes. Wait until we get that. Wait until we get what do you call it? That risk management out to you guys. Yeah. As a part of, as a complement of your Ninja. It's not listed here. It will be. It will be part of this. Ninja Expert will be added to that for the risk manager, and there will be the extensive part, the challenging part is this video of how you have to use it. Yeah, that's live. It's live for trade, per trade, and per day, and ties into your account. It only shows on your own screen. Nobody sees that. Then we give you a worksheet where you populate your end of the day results for 20 days, and then the predictive model takes over. That shows what your min max are. If you follow those rules, you make tons of money. If you lose money because you didn't follow it, it's that simple. You'll see. We're running one with Scott Roberts. He's flipping, he's back flipping, he's cartwheeling, he's going nuts. This is a guy who took a Rolls Royce out of Orb. The Orb software, yeah. He started in 2022. Within 4 months, he bought a Rolls for himself. Yeah. Now he's both in NQ and ES. He's in both rooms. I'm helping him with this tool, and of course, he'll be the first one. I'm going to give him the RM to test with it. And the other one is my dear friend here, Mark Caffrey. Why? Because you got to have experienced people checking these things. Otherwise, I get inundated with a lot of questions, and sometimes there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so yeah, how you pick your beta testers is an art, not a science. All right, let's go here. Oh my time, Jesus. Okay, guys, I gotta get to his birthday event. I will. Let's finish this correctly. We got sidetracked. Anybody has any complaints? Invoice Doug. He's a rich guy. Invoice him. Yeah. Hold on 1 sec. Let me see. Just kidding, Douglas. Just kidding. Okay. No signal here. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, what are we getting here? Nothing. Nothing. No signal yesterday. No signal even on Monday. So, huge gap up. Follow through. Again, you don't get days like this other than maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 sigma event. If you want to see what that means, simple. We posted here on terminology. Go to sigma channels. That's this. This is your probability. Okay, this is asset price travel from one end to the other. Okay, this is, you don't get a move like that. Not even 2 or 3. We went to, if you look at the chart, you'll see we're over 3 sigma there. Yeah, on 15 minutes. That's huge. Yeah, but no signal. The internals did not. The volume didn't confirm that. Okay, and a lot of profit taking obviously here. Why? It's a gift. This is the buying power. We're still long. Yeah, we're still long here on this model. Nations. Oh wow! Look what happened here. Yeah. This was signaling. This is Monday. Huge move down. Yeah. Wow! Look at this. SDX. Yeah. I'm not good at these. I'm learning this. TDX If you want to know more about this, you want to watch Peter Cook's webinars on our YouTube. Okay. We do keep track of where we are. That's where this is now. But remember, we got out on Monday. We got on Monday somewhere around here. So we got 150. We went about 290. So we took 50% cut, haircut, and we're out. But we'll be a lot lower now. So this is how we keep track of the trade. SPX, SPY, the two trades and the delta, and the bid ask. The plus or minus down here is the bid ask, because we need to look at midpoint. We're looking for midpoint. So we do this pretty structurally, not crazy. All right, SP1 Momo. Okay. This doesn't look we're topping yet. I see that. It's not saying that. This said we were topping. I understand that. System is still buy, and the long term is still short. The weekly is still short. Now, this is usually late a little bit when we do a V split. Or I mean V reversal. Okay, V bottom. Still long. We're between 2 and 1 and 2 sigma here on Momo on SP1. On Momo, divergence. So this is saying we have a problem here shortly. So if it want to go up a little bit more, that's fine with me, because it will be stronger. The divergence will get stronger. Okay. Yeah. This is low because we're not in a high area yet. We're getting close, but we're not there yet. So we'll see. Remember, again, this is a market cap rated. That's okay. Here's the TD. This is we're running. We roll this over. We're running May, long May, because that's rollover is Friday. This Friday we roll because the expiration. Okay, we added the expiration. I forgot I could do that. I put expiration in there for the cake, which is in May, is the 14th. So, oh, really? Dude. No, that's a trade date. No. That's not what I want. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Expiration date. Sorry. I thought I'd added. No. Okay. Okay, there you go. No, I'm right. It's 5/21. It's next week. Okay. So this on 5/21. Remember they roll on a Tuesday. Is last trade. Settlements 21st. So on Friday, remember they're usually a week early, usually, but every once in a while they have to catch up. So between SPX and VIX. So this is correct. Let me save this. I thought I'd fix that. Hold on. All right. So this Friday we roll to June, long June, short September. Right now we're long May, short August, 90-day spread, and we're at negative 1.46, which basically says very neutral. We're not near -3, which would be the high. We're not near 0, which is the bottom. Now, we really got smashed here. If you look at here, we were +1 to 1.5 area. What's this level? 1.4. I mean, we were flush down there. That's one of the reason what did we do? We went long. This is the input, 90-day spread. A lot of big guns look at this. I wrote an article about this on Cboe. It was most, according to Cboe, not according to me. I don't have access to that data. According to Cboe, and the guy with that was I forgot his name. Hey, well, he used to teach there. He was one of the guys who taught at Cboe, but also worked with the website. The article about this of how to use this and why. Was most viewed single article in the history of SIBO. And remember, you have, what do you call it there? Larry Macmillan, the high priest of our business. Now, he posted every week, which is, I wasn't trying to do a predictive model. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to do what to do next. I was showing a tool for as a predict model that you can construct and run on your own. Because they won't let you give advice and say what's going to happen next week. We don't do that. So we do it in these, where it's recorded and you came in on your own. We didn't push it to you. But this article was most looked at. Now, for the longest time, we had it linked. But then the gal who was running it, she got pissed off and left the website. A new crew came in, and the whole place has gone crazy. But basically, historically, we show how we get the extreme. When the value gets positive, it's a bottom. When it gets -3, -4, that's a very, very top. We're neither. We're neutral with a -1.5. So now, if you go to SP2, it's what? 88. Murray. This is overbought, Murray. Be careful. Okay. Historically, you see what happens. Look at them. We do not give this out. We're not going to do this. We'll do this for Ninja, but to run it for a webinar like this, but not give it out. We're not going to give this out. There's no price on this. A stock RSI you get. This we give out, and we mentioned what? Last few articles, issues of webinar. Go back to record it. There's no editing. This is not the White House. There's no 18 minutes missing. It's all there. You look at it, you'll see we're talking about what do you call it? The rendezvous point. It's complete as rendezvous point. So things are lining up for a short. We're almost there. You see, Douglas? Sometimes I have to drink. Yeah. If you hold on, easy. Well, you don't have. I don't have a lot of money. No, I don't. Listen, I have a handicapped brother that I'm trying to make sure he's afloat and is doing well. Yeah. So. Oh, you mean don't work so hard? Oh, this is fun. What else I'm gonna do? Oh no, I don't have any alcohol. Oh no alcohol, no cigars. Yeah. Even back then, I had a scotch every once in a blue moon. All of my scotch is in the china cabinet. I don't touch it. I don't drink alone. My dad taught us never drink alone. And occasionally, a steakhouse or something, I have one shot. I don't. It colors your judgment the next day. Cigars, I was smoking. I was smoking very, very fine cigars. The problem is that they get expensive. Yeah. So, but they're gone too. I give actually some of my cigars away already. So, yeah, I'm on this regimen for about 6 months, so I've committed to follow that, to the T. Anyhow, plus a lot of what do you call it? A lot of review. Blood samples, measurements. I have a heart monitor that writes to my phone live, so I have my oxygen and my pulse recorded. Okay, let's go to the DT. Is it D200? Okay, let's look at D200. Okay, now this come alive. Now this says big guys have came back. This says big guys. Why? Look at they're all positive. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. 4, 5, 6. So it's 6-2. They all haven't come back, but they're about to. And the big test is ahead. The big test is coming up. Remember, we can't go up without transportation. It hasn't got over 200 yet. It's still in a what do you call it? It's still in a death cross. Okay. Same thing with Russell. Same problem, death cross. So we gotta get above 200. Until then, there's no guarantee this is a longer play. It could be just a bear market rally. Typical bear market rallies are very sharp runs and with no follow through. So We'll find out. Just we gotta be. The bottom line is we gotta be vigilant. All right, let's go to the swing. We're gonna take the names that we always do. Okay, start with. I'm gonna go with market cap sort. Again, I am using this chart. This one. You can see I'm going through. Uh, I go through here on the other screen. As I click on the name, it shows up. So let me bring this back. There you go. You got Microsoft. Okay, that's we are building a what do you call it? Radar screen with the charts together, multi-time frame. Uh, Remember what I said before, guys? I said I love Microsoft. This is like 2 weeks ago, or no, more than that. I think it was 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago because we had to make we had a uh, 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 we had one missing there, one week. But I said what? I love Microsoft. Microsoft is most likely is a company I want to be long term in because they're involved with uh, all up and down business size, from the smaller business individuals to multis. And look what it's done. They're going to the 468 is all time high. Is going to challenge that. Very nice ramp up. Uh, if you and remember we talked about this too, the prior month. Look at the test of the low was. So if you're in it, you got some options. Good for you. Next, number two is Nvidia. Okay, now Nvidia. This is all commentary from the uh, uh, MSTR, action on the what do you call it on the BTC, Bitcoin, and the government. I mean the White House, and just outlook. So the Nvidia just went up, and obviously uh, the press on AI has been good, and I think this is a big signal right there that we pop like this over the weekly. So would I take a position here? Oh, of course. Yeah, I would shoot for 165 area. So you could do a 135, 155 trade and hold through 165. Yeah, it's. I would do a spread. I would not do outright. While it's too high. Yeah, and I would do a month or two forward. Just give yourself a little room. Apple. Apple's got problems. Yeah, they just moved everything to India and Taiwan and Vietnam. Uh, but no, they got a problem. I think I'm going to pass on Apple. Either way, they're in trouble. They're not. It doesn't show up or down. So you could have dead money unless some clarification comes. Uh, and remember, those other ones are not that easy on tariffs. Of course, I don't know about the news today. There was something about India that went against Trump, and Trump was pissed off. So the big beneficiary here, or negative beneficiary, could be Apple here. We'll see what I haven't read it. What and India did. Remember, I don't run by news. I run by price and volume. So this tells me price is all embedded in that price. Tells me it's confused. So okay, all right. What's this? Why is it coming here? All right, let's go to the next one. Amazon, great company. Proud of what they've done. Big news today, quite a bit, but the stock didn't move. Jazzy, is it Jazzy called? I forget his name. The new CEO. He had a pretty good update on LinkedIn. I follow him on LinkedIn. Uh, great news on what they're going to be doing in Saudi Arabia. Um, we'll see. We'll see. It sounds really good, but we'll see. Uh, and also, oh, one more thing. Okay, one more comment. Nvidia. One of the key moves here for Nvidia was number of chips they're going to be shipping there. I forgot what that the chipset is. The big name one, that one. So the forgot the name of that chip they have, but some crazy number they'll be shipping to Saudi Arabia. I think because Trump is lifting some restrictions. I'm kind of a right winger when it comes to that, especially on the military side. Uh, I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I'm not into lifting some restrictions on our AI, on some of our technology. I've seen what it could do. Trust me, I've seen what it can do. So I wouldn't want to be going there. But here's the beneficiary uh, uh, for NVIDIA. Now, of course, Amazon's talking the same tune. All these guys are all talking about NVIDIA. As a matter of fact, I was reading a report related to Google, which is the next name, that said also that people are mispricing Google. If you read it carefully, I did only one pass. I'll probably reread it again tonight. I'd say it sounds right to me. I want to double check my numbers. So Google would be probably a good buy to buy again, call spread. Uh, would I do the same thing in Amazon? Maybe a smaller size in dollar value. Uh, by the way, when I do these trades, I usually do them equal dollar weighted, equal dollar value, so that that's how I went in. My first trade was that I bought 8 names in a Dow, equal amount of dollars. Divide by price, got number of shares, uh, and that was 729. Didn't do too bad. It's March 28th, 1980, silver crash. It's in my book. Okay, Meta. Meta is doing fine. Again, that was another pick that I said I like. You had to. If you look at the chart pattern, you had to. Look how fast it's reversing this zero. What do you call it? Death cross there. Guys, I gotta wrap up here quickly. I'm running way too late. But let's talk about our favorite stock, Tesla. Tesla has come a huge comeback compared to where it was, and now they're trying to getting him more options. I've got news for you. If the sales don't pick up, this means nothing. And I don't think sales will pick up. I don't think so because it's a marketing issue. He needs to divest. But that's the challenge. If he divests, the big brain trust may leave with him. But if when the marketing goes bad, people are boycotting him. They start boycotting you. There's no other way out. If you want to save it's like uh, it's like Crimson Tide. He had to close that hatch, the forward hatch. Killed 9 of his own people. If he didn't do that, he would have lost the boat. Lose 200 people, 180 people, whatever. So at some point, the board is already looking for a new CEO, but they may also have to get him out. This thing about options, all that doesn't make sense. So, yeah, so. Now, TV and PR helps out a little bit, but if the sales stay where they are, he's doomed. The stock, not is doomed. The stock is doomed. He needs to get out so the stock has a chance. Very tough pickle they're in. Avgo, I love this stuff. Now, Reg FD, brother works for these guys. Okay, still does at Broadcom, but he's lower level. He's not an executive level. No, he makes very good money, but they do microcontrollers, and he's a king of that. But but that's but it's not a he's not a decision maker. So he's not. He has no um, access to stock. I mean stock related data. Yeah. And we don't talk about it. All I know is that he's involved. We don't talk about products. We don't talk about management. They're down in Orange County. He commutes with them remotely. He's worked for him over at least 20 years. So he's not a shareholder. No, he's a contractor, so he gets very good bonuses, but he's not a shareholder. Anyhow, this one's gonna run. This is gonna go to. He's got another $20 to go. I would stay long. If you got long, stay long. Netflix. Okay. Oh, jeez, that's a tough one. This is a tough one. This is a very tough one. Yeah. Overbought probably. Yeah. If no FOMO. If you're not long here, you probably missed it. I wouldn't get long here. I would let it pull back if it does. If it doesn't, it becomes FOMO. So it's tough. Hold on. Costco. Costco, a favorite of mine for a while. Not recently. Up here, quite a bit was, but not here. And right now, it doesn't look good. Yeah. Problem is shelves. Yeah. Costco shipping. Yeah. Look at the big shipping containers. So I don't see that $6 trillion coming back that fast. You can destroy things fast. You cannot build them fast enough. Bring them back. So you know why? Because a lot of people sold. A lot of people down here sold. They didn't hold on. Not everybody held on. Yeah. Some had margin calls. They had no choice. So way over their liquidity. So yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I watch my percentage of margin dollars used tick by tick. The machine actually not tick by tick. Every second, every 1,000 milliseconds, it pulls the account out of the account, computes it, tells me where my exposure is. So and these guys are this guy. This is no. This is no. This is Plantier. Yeah. This is that crazy guy. Yeah. Anyhow, somebody came out here a couple of days ago. Where was this one? Right there, right there. I think it was. I think it was Stanley. What do you call it? Stanley. The guy who used to work for for uh, for Soros. I forget. Jesus Christ! I have his number here. Sorry, guys. Stanley. What's wrong with me? Getting forgetful. Druckenmiller. Stanley Druckenmiller came out and said, uh, was it that or was it Paul Tudor Jones? And came out and said, I don't get this stock. This was right what it was like this day or the next day. Look how it dropped. And it's just pulled back up. The P is way out of line. Nancy talked about that in the chat room. Way out of line. Okay. So anyhow. That's it for me. You guys have any names you want me to look at? I'll take one name. Given it's 6 o'clock, I gotta run. Anything? Okay. Anyhow, Douglas. Douglas is gone. Okay, no worries. Okay, not a problem, guys. Thank you for attending. We will. Thomas, you're quite welcome. Thanks for coming. Mark, thank you. Gary, thank you. Other folks have already gone. That's fine. Talk to you guys in 2 weeks.